and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on the two noble kinsmen, and we get to hear from Palamon again today. And Palamon, if you remember, is currently in jail because he and his cousin Arcite were captured during the brief little war that took place in a stage direction in Act 1, Scene 3 between Theseus and Creon. Creon lost, Theseus captured Palamon and Arcite and threw them in jail. And they were trying to make the best out of their situation being in jail, which was going well until they found Emilia, and both of them fell in love with Emilia at the same time, and they almost came to blows over Emilia, saying, I saw her first, no, I loved her best, all of that sort of thing, until a jailer came in and said, hey, Arcite, the Duke needs to see you, so come with me. And the Duke took Arcite away, and Palamon, in yesterday's monologue, is like, is he being taken away to marry Emilia because he's of high standing and all that sort of thing? But then the jailer comes back without Arcite, and Palamon is like, what is going on? And the jailer says Arcite was banished, and Palamon says, he's a blessed man. He shall see Thebes again, and call to arms the bold young men, that when he bids them charge, fall on like fire. Arcite shall have a fortune, if he dare make himself a worthy lover, yet in the field strike a battle for her. And if he lose her then, he's a cold coward. How bravely may he bear himself to win her, if he be noble Arcite? 1,000 ways. Were I at liberty, I would do things of such a virtuous greatness that this lady, this blushing virgin, should take manhood to her and seek to ravish me. So Palamon is now jealous of the fact that Arcite gets to be set free, and he thinks that Arcite is going to take this time that he has been set free to woo and win Emilia and win her over and all of that sort of thing. And he's like, if it was me, I would do this and that would win her over, and he's not going to do that. But if he really wanted to win her, he would do this sort of thing. And shortly after this monologue, he and the jailer have a bit of a conversation because Palamon now wants to get out of jail because he wants to be able to woo Emilia himself. And the jailer's like, yeah, no, you're going to be moved somewhere else. And he's like, am I still going to be able to see the garden? Because it was in the garden that he first saw Emilia, so he still wants to have access to that. And jailer's like, nope, you're going somewhere else. And he's like, oh, crap. I'm not going to be able to even see her anymore. So Palamon is in a bit of a downward spiral in terms of his mental state in relation to how he's going to be able to woo Emilia. He's sure that Arcite is going to be able to do it, and he is not going to be able to do it. And he is moved to a different cell, so it would be difficult for him to try to woo Emilia, and that's the end of Act 2, Scene 2. So I'll see you tomorrow for Act 2, Scene 3, when we start to figure out how all of this is going to lay out and become a story. I mean, seriously, we're only in Act 2. There's a lot that's been going on in this play, and we're only in Act 2, and we're not even halfway done with Act 2. So there's a lot still coming. If you have guesses as to what's coming up, leave them in the comments. I'll see you tomorrow for more. Mwah.